This is ABS, Heartbeat of the East.
Museums play a crucial role in preserving local culture. With careful documentation and artifact preservation, a culture can be recorded and remembered, regardless of its future. It can also be shared and understood by those from different cultural backgrounds. With the rate at which cultures are disappearing, careful preservation of daily life is the only hope a heritage group has for recovering its culture. In order for a culture to be respected and survive globalization, those of the dominant culture must be educated about minority cultures and their way of life. The best way to do this is through a respectful display of local culture in a museum. Awka Museum Foundation is a vibrant social and cultural enterprise and a worthwhile destination for tourists, scholars, historians, educators, and history buffs from all over the world. It was founded on December 22nd, 2019 by Mr. Arthur Harris Eze, and it is located in Awka, Anambra State.
I have a very beautiful lady who appears to be the person in charge of this beautiful place. But firstly, before we go into the business of the day, I'm definitely going to ask some questions, but I'm going to ask her name first. She's going to give us an introduction, so you would know the lady behind this. She's going to give us lots and lots of information about the Awka Museum Foundation. So please, what's your name and your portfolio?
Okay, my name is John. So I work as a curator. I am also a visual artist. I paint for a living. Wow. Yeah, because a lot of people don't know art is an occupation, so I paint for a living. And I am also the resident artist in this museum.
Okay, now let's talk about this museum. Take a look behind us. I've seen so many beautiful pieces here that I've never seen before and never existed until I came here. So give a brief info about the Awka Museum Foundation.
For Awka Museum Foundation was a project, and it had its public birth December 2019. In 20 December 2019, with lots of programs. We had exhibitions, which we posted about more or less about 60 artworks from various, about something artists. We hosted exhibitions that lasted for weeks, about the first year of 2020. Then we also held the opening of the space with various cultural displays with the people of Awka who came around to see what was going on, who displayed their then culture, which a lot of people have forgotten to it. So we gave a rebirth to virtually everything: the old time culture, the way of life as a then, and the people enjoyed it. And since then, it has come to stay, and it has remained just like this. Each year we do have annual programs like seminars and exhibitions, talks. As in 2019, we had our exhibition. It was a three-package program: exhibition, the opening of the museum, and also kids for show. Yeah. So this and more came from us. Till then, it has really been a big project for us. So from being a project, we had to register it as a foundation because it's the private.
Okay, now you spoke about it's a major project for you and your team together, because I know it's not really a one project. It's a group of people coming in together to actualize an idea. So let's go into when this place was established, because we made mention of when this place was being opened, lots of exhibition, and had lots of people coming in from Awka. So at what year was this place built from? 2019, and it's been running since then. Wow. So let's talk about people's perception about museum. A lot of people do not, only few, should I say few people don't pay attention to museum because they feel like, okay, back then the things of the old, maybe we can't get them, they're out of place.
Yeah.
So I want you to just give me like an overview of what a museum is all about, the value it adds to society, to our culture, what it represents, because a lot of people are not really abreast with the idea of what a proper museum is about and how it should be. So let's go for like that.
Because we Africans, or let me use the word Nigerian, and the Igbos, we have the problem with this problem of accepting who we are.
Yeah.
So a museum like Awka Museum Foundation, we are here to tell the people, the community, that the things of the old that we felt it's no more use, or because we don't value traditional culture, or because we don't have any indigenous culture, they are still very much in use. And we are here as a museum to keep these things for them, for posterity's sake. A lot of children of this generation, they know nothing about the culture of them. They know nothing about tradition. But because we value all these things, we decided to put up this project to bring them down to levels, to know where they are coming from, to teach them, to preserve the culture, to maintain those things that we use as a them. Tell them that this is not diabolic. Yeah, there might be some extent where the whole diabolic.
Yeah, you know, tradition is tradition.
Tradition, definitely.
A lot of people don't
Because
want to-
of Christianity, which has played so much role, good or bad, in our lives as Nigerians. I would use Nigeria always. So we tend to forget where we come from. We tend to forget our culture, tend to forget our tradition, and it has landed us where we are right now. You know, so the museum is always there to take you back to your roots. That is what the museum does. The museum is always there to preserve, to keep those histories which you tend, you know, to have forgotten about. So we want to keep it alive. They designated this portion of the museum, this part of the museum, for Awka Mozo. Awka Mozo means Awka and blacksmiths. So these are the things that Awka people did then. The blacksmiths, what the Green Awka people did then, you know, for them to stand out amongst the Igbo people. These were what they were known for. So here are some blacksmith tools, which we have here. We have the likes of Awka. Awka is the blacksmith tool, the Otutu, which is the hammer. We have the mpa, the plier used to bring out your blacksmiths for forging. Then we have the ebram, the filing tool, and we have echo. This is what the blacksmith uses to bring out lower fire for its blacksmith forge. Then these are the things made out of blacksmiths. We have the likes of osite and itona. Osite, for you to have a proper, well-made party meal, this is what you use in the now Nigeria, you know, ceremony. So here we have the staff of authority. For you to be an Ozo in Igbo land, in Awka to be precise, you must have the staff of authority. You have the staff, then with every other instrument. This is the main thing for you to have that shows that you are chief, an Ozo man in Awka. Then here we have the impisi. Impisi is a long span for taking out or picking a piece of food from here, from your osite. Then we have that of ngorite, used to bring out the pot from the fire. Then right here you have a framed work of the two Awka men that won awards in England in the competition for iron blacksmithing in 1924 to 1925. They also designed one of the gates in Buckingham Palace. Then right here we have the portraits of the Benin, Oba of Benin, then the anonymous leader of the southern area. Here we have the people of Ife, Yoruba. These are their leaders. Then here we have some pieces that comes from different tribes in Nigeria. The part of the Yoruba people, Yoruba gods, that of Taiwo and Kenide, the whole history about twins, how it started with the mother putting things with it. Here we have that of the Awka people. You can see the Awka man praying. So we have the horns, implicating the horns of the cows. Then here we have the Benin people. The Benin people have a very great, great history. Their history played a great role for Nigeria somehow. Not somehow actually, played so much role because in the Benin Kingdom has a very vast culture, and they are so good with their casting, ivory making, bronze making, different casting. They are very artistic. So here is a replica of the bronze sculpture of the Benin King. Here is the staff of authority of the chief of the Benin Kingdom. Here we have this as a donation. Here we had to get this from the market. So these are the two staffs of authority. For you to be a Benin chief, you must have it. So here we have decided to show people how we used to live then in the Igbo land or any part of the Nigerian tribes, these different tribes, the Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. They had what they called Obu. Some people call it Obi. Some people call it Ofu. So it has different, then the Hausa, they have what they call it. But this thatched house were basically made for the man of the house. Here, the man of the house stays inside all alone. Then you also have different thatched rooms where we call Ibuke. It's for the women. The Ibuke is for the women, but here Ibuke is for the men. Then we have the guns. Ebentu. In Igbo land, we call it Ebentu. Then this is used for farming. It's a farming implement used to bring out the yam from the ground. Then here we have the red cap that I told you. For you to be old enough to wear the red cap in Igbo land, in Awka, you must have done your ajalita ceremony before you do your own also ceremony. So for you to, before you see anyone wearing this as an Awka man, he must have done this ceremony. So we have the gun, the then guns, Ebentu is here. Then we have the army. This is also a staff of authority in every Igbo man's house that he visits. A called traditional Igbo man. We have this in front of his home. It shows that he is the firstborn of this family. So he has this. Then here we have the Oji, used for masquerading. The masquerade people use this in dancing and to do their ceremonial displays. Then we have that of the Ozo caps. The very red tall cap is for the Ozos. Then here we have a staff of authority of one of the Ozomen, old-time Ozomen in Awka, Ozomo Koyida by name. This is the staff and it's over 200 years here. This is his staff. Then we have his tool, the remnants of his tool. Okay, it's also stool. Okay. Then this is sculptural piece, more like a still life sculpture of the musical instrument. Then right here we have this beautiful tree. This is an old kind tree, belonging to a family in Awka. This was used by their ancestors during some ceremonies. There is no way you will share a meat in this particular in this kingdom without using this tree. So you can see the cuts from the meat and everything. This is where they share the Umunna meat. For you to partake as an Umunna and to take the meat, this is the tray. Now, the most significant thing about our carvings is the beautiful match of woolly designs in there. You can see all these are symbols by the carvers. I think this is more like the supernatural inspiration given to them. They know everything, how to place everything in order. So we have these designs that replicate and beautifies this tree. So this tree has been up to 200 years and donated by the family. Then here we have the tray for sharing color. Every man has his house. Like I said before, this one has been phased out. Now they can use anything in sharing it during ceremonies. But as of then, without this you can't share it. Okay, another important artifact we have here is this is a Portuguese. This is a Portuguese warrior. The Portuguese played a very great role in the then Benin Kingdom. They had this very mutual relationship with Benin Kingdom that transcended to not just buying and selling and trading, and not just bringing the whole. They came first before the British people came. They had a very good relationship. They exchanged, just like trade by barter. They traded our ivory, they traded our pepper, they traded it with Manila. The Manila represented money. Presented money for them, then they gave it to us in exchange to our own goods. At the time, they also exchanged guns, and that is what made the Benin people to be the first people to use guns during the Ida War. The Ida War that was fought by Queen Ida of Benin. Then here is a setup for masks that we have. Yes, we have the remnants of an Ijele masquerade. Then we have the face of Festac 77. Yeah, the Queen Ida of Benin. In memory of Queen Ida of Benin. This has been stated like over and over again. We have so many artists they have put so many value into this mask here. Queen Ida is a great woman and the very first woman to fight in the war. Yeah, Ioba, that's what they call her. Ioba is the wife of the Ozolua, the then Oba, before his son came into power, SAP. So then before now, but she is highly respected in Benin Kingdom. She is highly respected. She is one of the most respected women. So women somehow has played a great role in the then civilization, the pre-colonial era of Nigeria. She died in 2019. She's a big tortoise that we have. We have 2 tortoises. She died in 2019, and we have to preserve the shell. Yeah. So here is the work. These are more like some of our donation and also our collections. This particular work. Baba is from yeah. Baba is from Uwele. He's from Abaroko. Yeah, Delta State. Baba is from Abaroko. And he is not just an anyhow artist, it's an international classic artist. He has done so many works from work. Let me just use the book. So these are one of his collections. This is one of his works, and it's the Gems collection. This was done 2005. So according to what the title it says, the gate to Cattle Ranch. So looking at the work alone, you get to picture a lot of things going on. Yeah. This is the forecasting of Professor Bruce Onagbatoye. We have that of Professor James Buhari. We have that of Chike, an artist as well. It's very good. Chike. We have that of late David Dale. David Dale is a big artist on his own, on his late. So this is his works. This Saga, what we call Awka. Yeah, for you to make that African salad, this is the process. It has to go through some processes. So this is part of the tools used in making those processes for it to come out very clean, one, and very elegant. So it gets dry and they pack it up, sell to whoever they wish to sell it. This plays a great role in the kitchen of African women. You can use this in spreading anything without placing it on the ground. And here we have the likes of Morino. Morino is a painter, and this is a collection we have from him. Here we also have the painting or a deep etching and a print of Professor Bruce Onagbatoye. Then we have a painting of Alex Mokolo. Then here is also Professor Bruce Onagbatoye's painting that signifies peace, health, long life and wealth.
Okay. Alright, we're going to take shots of outside.
Done by a very renowned carver in Awka, who has carved for thousands of people during the 1980s, 1970s. And this is what he got from his father. Like the talent that went down to him. So here we have the girl showing the Kanozo, Chimarandoka, that is also blacksmith making. Then we had to marry it, marry it to that of the Benin Rose Plate. Because the Benin people also have this particular relationship they have with that. The iron obeys them, just like the iron obeys Africa. So this is a door with the metal handle, with the bronze handle of the Benin Rose handle. This is made out of Moiba is part of it's one of the masquerades in Igbo with its beauty, and it has its own tradition. And for you to be into masquerading, you have it's like masquerading is like it's like a group or a cult kind of thing. So you have to be a man to be able to do masquerade. It has its own traditional. Then here we have some carved headdress. We have the carved ikenga. We have some pedestals, long pedestals. We have the carved face.
Are a lover of art and of course a big fan of culture, pay a visit to the Awka Museum Foundation. This is where you find everything cultural, everything beautiful. Looking at artifacts of the old, it brings back beautiful memories. And one striking thing that actually caught my attention in the Awka Museum Foundation. I'm going to end with this beautiful piece. A whole lot of words, lots of expression. I can read so many meanings, but the basic meaning to this sculpture that actually caught my attention and it's quite making me emotional is a young man, like a tour guide explained. This is a man with his face down, and you can see the chains on his neck, you can see the chains on his feet, you can see the chains on his hand, and he placed his arm across his leg, on his knee rather. This shows the era of slave trade. It shows that the man is depressed. It shows that the man is sad. It shows that the man wants to come out of these chains. And we can also relate it back then where there was slave trade in Igbo land. Lots of our people were being moved to other places in the course of slave trading, and this is actually quite emotional because it's bringing back lots of memories of books that we read. Our people suffered day and night in the hands of the colonialists, trying to move our people to different places in chains, and thank God we actually broke out of those chains, and there's no more slave trading in Africa, there's no more slave trading in Nigeria, there's no more slave trading in Igbo land. But this beautiful art piece speaks about those things. So try and pay a visit to Awka Museum Foundation. Everything is not diabolical. Sometimes we need to connect to our roots, we need to connect to our culture, we need to know the deep meanings and the value this beautiful artifacts that we have, what they create, the significance they make in our culture and society, and also in our everyday lives. These are real. It's not by watching it on TV, it's not by seeing on camera, it's by coming here live and direct. Awka Museum Foundation is literally the best place to be, to connect to our roots, to find out the meaning of all these things to our society and also to our personal lives. I am Awka. Thanks for watching.